Oh yes, the Blues of Paris. We are beaten and we are falling from the Bridge of Paris last night out there in the BVB Stadium, where they call the Black and Yellow Marine Stadium. They were sucked into the reins of Borussia Dortmund. Jadon Sancho continues to make headlines ahead of Manchester United's coach Erik ten Hag after their fallout at Old Trafford that led him to return to Borussia Dortmund, making him look like having a permanent deal to want to stay back at the Black and Yellow Marines of Germany. They went up front 1-0 in the UEFA Champions League night last night, making them having hopeful of winning or moving to the finals of the UEFA Champions League 2023-2024 season when they marched straight to Paris to break down the poles of Paris. Will it be possible for them? And the hopes of Kylian Mbappe getting his sights or his hands on the only trophy missing in his shelf, talking about the UEFA Champions League trophy. Is there a chance for him to get it up? And also individuality comes to play, as the man is also gunning for the first ever Ballon d'Or point for him, or a contender for the Ballon d'Or. And according to the bookers, they say any among Vinicius Junior, Harry Kane, and also Kylian Mbappe, who wins the UEFA Champions League this season, might slightly emerge the next Ballon d'Or holder of this year. So the era of the Inter Miami's Lionel Messi and Al Nassr's Cristiano Ronaldo, is it over in Europe? These and more right here. We'll be talking more on the local scene, and also a target been set for Finidi, Georgia. My name is Redon Musaga, RMG. We'll be right back for the full details of the program PNB Sports right here on your number one star, Politics and Business TV. Alright, so yes, welcome back. Now let's quickly go straight to the local scene. This time around we start up in the Nigerian Football Federation. That is the glass house precisely, as NFF has the dot taken 2 points from the Nigerian Premier Football League team Yimba FC ahead of against the game they played against Doma FC or Doma United last weekend, as the champions Yimba FC of Aba has been pointed on, and they are threatening to boycott their remaining matches and also pull out of the Nigerian Professional Football League. The 2-point deduction followed a complaint launched by Doma United against Yimba following their match day 10 PFL encounter, which Yimba was controversially awarded the 1-0 victory. Following Doma United's appeal, the NFF Disciplinary Committee in a decision on April 29 held that the match should be adjudged to a goalless draw after the game had restarted before the referee checked on outside broadcasting van monitor award Yimba the goal and threatened to boycott the matches pull out of the Premier League. The management of the MPFL champions Yimba of Aba accused the NFF of being biased in dogging 2 points in the match against Doma United. The NFF Disciplinary Committee ruled out that Yimba be docked 2 points. Result remains a goalless draw in that game, as the central referee also has been fined by the Nigerian Professional Football League managers, talking about the league management company LMC. They said that Yimba will have no option than to boycott the league to withdraw their membership of the MPFL, according to the management of Yimba FC. Alright, we'll still maintain the shows of the Nigerian Professional Football League as they will embark on a 1-month break after match day 32 fixtures this weekend. According to the news gathered that there will be 4 weeks hiatus become necessary to allow former champions Rivers United to conclude all their outstanding matches. Rivers United currently have 5 unplayed matches due to their continental engagement. The Port Harcourt-based side were eliminated from the CAF Confederation following a 2-1 aggregate defeat against the USM Algiers in the quarterfinals. The Rivers United defeated Katsina United 2 goals to nothing on Thursday, and they are currently 12th with 40 points from 26 matches. Should they win all their outstanding matches, they will dethrone Rangers on the apex of the log table. Week 2 will be concluded this weekend, and May 25 is recommended for their resumption for the continuation of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Let's leave that side. Let's come straight to talking about the new man who is shining, whose head is actually shining with star. The former president of Nigerian Football Federation, Amojo Melvin Pinnick, has declared that he didn't influence Finidi's appointment as the new Super Eagles head coach. Pinnick last month endorsed Finidi for the position. The Yimba technical advisor was eventually picked as Josero's successor by the NFF on Monday. Their insinuation is that Pinnick played a key role in former winger's appointment. Following his endorsement, the FIFA Council member has now come out to denounce the allegation. According to him, he says he has nothing to do with the appointment of Finidi George. Alright, let's leave that short. Let's go straight. He still continues to say that or probably the NFF have won Finidi George, that 26-year-old qualifying matches against South Africa and Benin Republic is a must-win. The Federation issued a warning after announcing the Gaffer as a substantial replacement of Jose Pasero as a Super Eagles handler. In a release by the Federation signed by Director of Communication, Mr. Ademola Olajire, says that the matches must win encounters as Nigeria already third in the top table of their group stage games. Super Eagles victory to 2026 quarterfinals will be facing qualifiers will be facing Benin Republic and South Africa in the 2-legged games, and they are third place in Group C of the African campaign behind Rwanda and South Africa, the Federation says. NFF announced Finidi George as Super Eagles head coach on April 29 with no details about the duration of his contract as well as package. Nigeria will take on South Africa June 3rd in March Day 3 encounter before traveling to Abidjan to face off former handler again at Raw in March Day 4 encounter. Alright, let's quickly go straight to talking tennis this time around, as Carlos Alcaraz beat a 10th straight title at the Madrid Open, which was ended by Rublev Medvedev, Russian 7th seed. Rublev rallied a set down to quarterfinals to win 4-6, 6-3, 6-2 to break the Spanish capital. The 20-year-old second seed was aiming to become the first player to win 3 consecutive Madrid Open single titles. Rublev will face American 5th seed Tyron Freezer, who beat Argentina Francisco Corredolo 6-3, 3-6, 6-3 to make it the 250th in all competition for the lad. Alcaraz struggled to find his best form again against Rublev, and the 2-time Grand Slam champion missed the clay court event in Monte Carlo and Barcelona earlier this month, but due to the right arm injury he had. The win ends a 4-match losing streak for Rublev, who has won just one ATP 1000 title in his career. Alcaraz exists for the blow to Spain's home in Madrid after 5-time champion Rafael Nadal lost to Jerry Jekles on Tuesday. Did a 7-year-old last appearance in the tournament. Meanwhile, world number 2 Jannik Sinner has withdrawn from tournament with a right hip injury, handling on Thursday's opponent Felix Auger a walk away into the semi-finals, and Canadian Audio Alisimi will face either Lehecha or Russian Ted Daniel Medvedev, who will play tomorrow. Sabalenka is into the first semi-finals since the Australian Open. In the women's draw, defending champion Arina Zabalenka breezed into the semi-finals to a 6-1, 6-4 win over Russian teenager Mira Andreeva. The Belarus second seed did not face a breakthrough for the 17-year-old, and Zabalenka will play Elena Rybinka in her first semi-final since Australian Open triumph in January. Rybinka booked her place last fall in a 4-6, 7-6, 7-4, 7-5 game against Putseva, and the 4th seed. The Wimbledon winner of the 2022 says it was a tough game to battle up with a young lad at the age of 17 who has a whole lot of energy. Let's go for a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll be looking at a whole lot and what is transpiring in Europe football, especially the English Premier League side that will not be having about 5 clubs in the Europa side, talking about UEFA Champions League next season. Don't forget to join us next time immediately after this break, as we are streaming to you live on Facebook and YouTube. Just go straight to the post, drop your comments, and then we'll read it out for you. We'll be right back. Alright, yes, welcome back. This is Politics and Business TV, and the program is P&B Sports. Don't forget, just like I said earlier, you can stream us live on Facebook and also on YouTube. On YouTube is Politics and Business TV_English, same as applied for the Facebook page at Politics and Business TV /English. There you go there and stream us live. Now let's go straight to England this time around, where the English Premier League sides, 5 of them, or should I say 5, would miss out on a 5th Champions League spot next season in the UEFA Champions League. Borussia Dortmund's victory over Paris Saint-Germain on Wednesday, coupled with Bayern München's draw with Real Madrid on Tuesday, takes the German in total in the European Performance Sport table to 18,356 points. Even if Aston Villa were to win both legs of their European Conference League semi-finals with Olympiacos and go on to lift the trophy, England can only reach 18.25. Germany will now join Italy in getting a 5th automatic spot in the season's tournament. Both countries have 6 representatives if Dortmund win the Champions League and finish outside the top 4 in the German Bundesliga. Atlanta, Roma would win the league, also would make it look for both tournaments qualify automatically for the following Champions League. The additional places are added that no matter how many clubs enter the tournament by the usual method, ironically, even if they do not win the tournament, Dortmund will be beneficiaries as they're almost certain to finish 5th in the German Bundesliga. Now let's shift gear from that particular one. Let's go straight to what happened in Germany as Nickel Füllkrug scored a brilliant first half winner as Borussia Dortmund beat Paris Saint-Germain 1-0 to a frenetic first leg of the Champions League semi-final game. The German international used his right foot to bring it down the long ball before hammering it with the left foot the 36 minutes into the game. After a poor finish, Paris Saint-Germain missed many chances and Kylian Mbappe calling an effort, but could not make it before Hakim Ziyech got into the woodwork and made it goalless for the Manchester United's winger Jadon Sancho. Both the striker could only blaze over the bar from 5 yards. Also, in their 3rd Champions League meeting of the season, Dortmund got better of the French League All winner with the direction of their play and their aggressive tenacity. PSG controlled much of their first half but failed to record a target, while Dortmund continued with the opportunity. Marcel Sabitzer, a super chance, almost doubled Borussia Dortmund's son, but Gundogan Donnarumma blocked it away. And Enrique rallies his side to break up at the first major moment in the game in the 54th minute with France captain Kylian Mbappe and making a trademark but left it off the yard. And this time around next week Tuesday, they will be slugging it out against the arch rivals in the second leg of this semi-final game, which will see Paris Saint-Germain will be at home in the Paris Stadium out there in Paris, facing off the one-legged winners in Parc des Princes on Tuesday, talking about Borussia Dortmund. Alright, we'll leave that short. Let's come straight back to England. This time around, Arsenal in the gossip are preparing to list offer for 22-year-old forward Gabriel Jesus this summer. If offers come for him, the Gunners are hopefully the Italy midfielder also Jorginho will be in for Lazio and Napoli, including Juventus. Meanwhile, Brighton will look to lure Kieran McKenna from Ipswich Town as Roberto de Zerbi is seeking to make more signings after more of his players are going out. And Tottenham was supposed to targeting Chelsea England midfielder Conor Gallagher along with the 23-year-old Feyenoord Mexican striker Santiago Gimenez this summer, while also the eyes on Bournemouth English defender Lloyd Kelly, and Everton could be forced to sell England goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, who is 30 years old, if they propose to take over prospective for new owners. And Arsenal, Bayern Munich and Newcastle are among favourites to sign Everton's Belgian midfielder Mado Onana. And Manchester United are planning to stick with manager Erik ten Hag next season because of his lack of clear alternative, along with cost of firing the Dutchman. Portugal midfielder Bruno Fernandes, who is 29 years old, says that his future at Manchester United will depend on whether the club will want him to stay beyond the summer. Now, Newcastle United will not be pressured into selling 26-year-old Brazil midfielder Guimarães Bruno below a $100 million release clause or parting way with his striker Alexandra Isak. Newcastle United are also closing tab with Atosin Aderabio, who has also attracted interest from AC Milan, Manchester United and Liverpool, and also Borussia Dortmund are considering bringing back a former boss Jordan Klopp, as the Liverpool man will be leaving next summer or the end of this summer. And Liverpool could also look to sign ancient Frankfurt Ecuador defender William Pacho, and will loan him back to Germany club for the next of the season. West Ham United are expecting the 23-year-old Ghana midfielder Mohamed Kudus, Brazil midfielder Lucas Paqueta, and Mexican Edison Alvarez to push a move away from the club this summer. Fluminense have presented a formal proposal to sign a Brazil defender and legend Thiago Silva, who is 39 years old, as he announced he would be leaving Chelsea at the end of the season. Feyenoord assistant coach and manager Sipke Khrushchev, head of performance Ruben Peters, and Andreas Setentena have agreed to follow Arnold Slaughter to Liverpool. Everton and Mountain Hull City English centre-back Jacob Graves and Blackburn Rovers Ruben Leka for Islander forward Samis Musdic. Juventus, AC Milan are also interested in Tonja Tos Joshua Zirkzee due to their fellow Bologna's older daughter would prefer to move to Arsenal. Barcelona Uruguay defender Ronald Araujo is decided whether to sign a new deal to the Spanish club, as interests are coming from Manchester United and Bayern Munich. Austrian Football Association President Klaus Mitterdorf said he hopes Rangnick will reject the offer from Bayern Munich to become the manager of the German club. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace manager Olisa Glasner would like to be reunited with 31-year-old Juventus and Serbian winger Filip Kostic, who is managed by Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, those are the stories. Let's go straight into giving you games that went down last night in the fixtures. Only one game in the Champions League. Dortmund 1, PSG 0. Today in the UEFA Champions, in the Europa League, in the Premier League, we'll be having a London derby, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Atlanta will take on Marseille. Roma will take on Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League, and also Olympiacos will take on Fiorentina. Fiorentina will take on Club Brugge, I beg your pardon, in the Europa Conference League quarter-final games, semi-final games. Lyon will take on Everton tomorrow on the Premier League. Hoffenheim will take on RB Leipzig in the German Bundesliga, while Torino will take on Bologna in the Italian Serie A. All these matches will come here on Friday, with Getafe taking on Atletico Bilbao in the Spanish La Liga, and Toulouse will slug it out with Montpellier in the French League on Friday. Now, let's quickly take a big deep breath, and when we come back, I'll be taking you on the last lap of the program. Don't go nowhere. Alright, yes, welcome back. And now, quickly, before we wrap it up, I would like to talk more on Finidi George's appointment, as there's just breaking news coming in that the man says Nigeria would not fail in the qualifying games. That is, he's trying to reply to his bosses this time around. The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, has warned the new Super Eagles handler Finidi George that the 2026 World Cup qualifying matches against South Africa and Benin Republic are a must-win The federation we issued the warning to the Eyimba FC Gaffer, which was announced a substantial replacement for Jose Pasero as the Eagles handler. In a release by the federation signed by Director of Communication, Mr. Ademola Olajire, he says that Nigerians are already lost the ground in the qualifying race with 2 points from 2 matches. George's immediate tasks will be to guide the Nigerian Super Eagles to victory in the qualifiers. Now the man, in response to his employers, he came out to say that the matches are must win. We know with the Nigerian Super Eagles lagging behind in the third place of Group C, I am sure, I am capable and confident that we will win our last 2 qualifying games against Bafana of South Africa and that of the Squirrels of Benin Republic. Nigeria will take South Africa June 3rd, while the following week they will be taking Benin Republic in March Day 4 encounter. Now the response to the coach is saying that they would slug it out with no fear and favor ahead of the 2-legged tie games, and he says he will give all his take in getting those 6 points coming out from the games, asking if he would feel any discomfort facing the Squirrels of Benin Republic's coach Gennaro, who already knows the tactics of the Nigerian Super Eagles. Finidi George said that he has no fear, that everybody knows the tactics and the specialities that Nigerian Super Eagles have right now, with or without a coach. The Squirrels of Benin Republic will be beaten by the Nigerian Super Eagles, and also making waves that the likes of Victor Osimhen, Michael Simon Moses, and Chukwueze, along with the Skippo, already in form, talking about Captain Fantastic, Mr. Trost Ekong, and even Bassi is back from injury and could start for Fulham probably this weekend, and a whole lot of the big names are already in the Nigerian camp, and he hopes that he will develop and ignite the power of these boys into victory ahead of the Squirrels of Benin and the Bafana of South Africa. Now this is what the coach or the new head coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles is saying, Finidi George. But the problem we still have, just like you heard in our conversation yesterday with Mr. Amechi Agbo, the managing editor of Best Choice Sports, yesterday in our interview when we spoke with him on the program, we talked about the contract basis not being explained, no contract, no target, no date of expiration of his contract. He is to start work immediately, and he has been warned that he must not fail these 2-legged games between the Bafana of South Africa and the Squirrels of Benin Republic. So what lies for Finidi George? What is the point to take a job without description, to take a job without a deadline or a contract expiration data? This is whole lot that is happening in the Gaffer, in the glass house there, and that needs to be changed. I just hope the FIFA governing body, that is Football Association, are looking and monitoring the situation in the country and make sure that things are done properly, because this is very, very not proper. We could say illegal, we could say unprofessional, but if Nigeria wants to make it in the mark on the world, they need to at least do things the way it ought to be. My name has been Ridwan Musago, RMG, and this is the size of the program. This is a beautiful Thursday morning. Tomorrow, Friday, we'll be coming your way with the recap of the week's edition, and we'll be looking at what's going to be spanning out in the weekend's fixture. Do have a pleasant week ahead of you, and make sure you do stay out of trouble. We'll meet tomorrow again for another exciting moment. It's bye for now.